podcast. This is the announcement of the year. You guys, I'm pregnant. And I'm mad. Well, you guys, you heard the announcement. Before we get started, you know the regular routine. Ain't nothing changed in 2023 but the time of the clock, and the 2 went to a 3. Come on. So, you guys go ahead and click the bell for notifications. Subscribe to the channel. Why don't you? It is absolutely in your budget. Why is it? Because it costs nothing. And go ahead and give the video a thumbs up after you watch it. Share the video with friends and loved ones that want to giggle and want to go on this journey of hearing stories. You guys, I said that it may be situations and complications, and guess what? My son broke my tripod thing that I set my phone on. He doesn't even do video, so I don't even know why he had my tripod thing to begin with. So I'm looking for it, can't find it, so here I am with the extendo arm, you guys. The extendo arm, holding the phone, old-fashioned way, baby, to get this story time out there to you. The announcement that I made that I am pregnant. But this was back in 2001, y'all. Definitely not now. So, no, this was in 2001. So this is how the story goes, you guys. So I had got married in December 2001. Tragic day of my life, but it is what it is. And so a couple of months after us getting married or whatever, now mind you, let me give you this backstory. I'm working at a salon. I'm doing very well at the salon. I have a wonderful clientele. I'm making really good money. I'm doing booth rent. Back then, I think booth rent was maybe like $90 a week. I'm booming right now. The economy was pretty good. I think Clinton was in office, I want to say, but the economy was really good. Or was it Bush? No, it was Bush that was in office. So the economy was okay. There was money on the street. Let me tell you something. When there's money on the streets and people have money in their pockets, then they have money to do luxury things for themselves. Getting their hair done, their nails done, all, pedicures, spas, all of those different things. And so I'm doing pretty good. So a couple of months after that, I don't know what it was. Well, I didn't know at the time what it was, but I began to get up in the morning and my stomach was feeling like kind of off. You know how you just be like, ooh, I got to throw up a little bit, but I don't want to throw up, but it gives you that nauseous feeling. So you're like praying to God, Lord, don't let me throw up. But it went on for like 2 or 3 weeks. Now, mind you, I had 3 other children. I never, ever, ever with those 3 other children ever experienced morning sickness. So never did I equate unprotected sex with your husband to being pregnant. I don't know what I was thinking because I never experienced morning sickness. So I never thought that this would be morning sickness. So I had a friend named Angie and I told her, I said, girl, she called me one day, was like, hey, girl, what you doing? I was like, just kind of sitting here. My stomach feels off. She was like, oh, girl, you pregnant. I said, girl, bad. Now, mind you, I wasn't using no protection. You know how we do. We growl. You know how we do the old pull-out game. Bull crap that don't work. Should have learned that in sex education, you guys. And then I'm in my 30s, so I'm figuring, girl, these eggs is getting a little rusty. And some of them are boiled, so they're not fresh eggs. You should be fine. My youngest daughter was 7 at the time, so I definitely was not trying to have any more children whatsoever. That was not in the picture at all. I was actually, my kids are being really independent, and, I can run to the grocery store and leave everybody at home and come back, and the house is still intact, it's not burning down. So she comes over, she was like, I'm gonna come over there and sit with you. I said, well, come on over, girl. So we sitting there or whatever, and she's like, let's go down there to the pregnancy center. Girl, you may be pregnant. I said, girl, I don't have time for that. She was like, let's go on down there. I said, I'm not pregnant, but I ain't got nothing else to do. Let's go. So it's in the evening time. And she was like, what you gonna do if you're pregnant? I said, I'm not gonna do nothing because I'm not pregnant. I said, I don't know why I'm going down here to this little free pregnancy center that was like on Glenway Avenue. I said, wasting these people time. They need this for somebody that's really pregnant or somebody out there that's desiring a baby, because I ain't got that type of desire going on. I'm 3 in the hole, honey, and I'm trying to get off the struggle train. My career is going pretty good doing hair. I don't need this right now. So we get to the pregnancy center and we're like, okay, we want to get a pregnancy test or what have you. So we're sitting up there, and one thing that we noticed was if somebody was pregnant, the lady would come out of the room, she would get this calendar, and she would walk back in there to get, with the person that was just got their test or what have you. And then she would, I guess, read off to them, like, when was your last period, and then give you your pregnancy date. And then they would come out, or your expected due date, and they would come out with a piece of paper in their hand. Now, mind you, this day, I don't know what it was, honey. It must have been Pump It Up Tuesday, babe. Pump it up Tuesday, because it was packed. Okay, it was crowded. And I was like, all right, y'all out here having sex. Y'all need to get y'all lives together and wear some protection. You won't be up in here with your little nasty selves. But the people that was there were young girls. Now, I'm the oldest lady in that place, and I'm feeling some type of way, like I'm too old to be in here talking about you pregnant. I'm really some grandmama's age at 30-something years old, with the way things are set up now. Ain't no more meemaws like back in the day. So the girls are coming out one by one with this paper in their hand. And so every time that lady would come out and get that calendar, me and her are dying laughing like, girl, they pregnant. We're laughing at them, y'all. So now it's my turn to go back. I'm like, come on, girl, let's go back here. Girl, we were so petty, y'all. At 30-something years old, just ignorant for no reason. So we go back there or what have you, and I'm like, okay, they was like, when's your last period? I'm like, child, I don't know. My periods are sporadic, so I can't tell you when the last time I had my period. What was the last time you had sex? Well, I got married in December. I think it was like December the 14th or something like that. No, it was December the 15th. And so they was like, do you think you're pregnant? You suspect you're pregnant? I'm like, no. They was like, are you having any symptoms or anything? I was like, well, in the morning, I'm kind of sick. They was like, could be morning sickness. No, I said, I never had any type of morning sickness or whatsoever have you. So she said, okay, then go in there and take the little test. So we're sitting up there waiting, and we sniggling and giggling and laughing. She was like, girl, you probably ain't pregnant. I was like, nah, I don't know what's going on. I said, but I need to go see my regular doctor or whatever. Yeah, I'm still here. The lady came back with that calendar. I looked at my friend. Oh, it wasn't no more I love to giggle. It wasn't no more sniggle and giggle. I said, girl, does she got the calendar in her hand? We looked at you, so my friends telling me, girl, she got the calendar. Oh, it ain't funny no more. I looked, I said, what you doing with that calendar? Yeah, I'm not lying. She was like, well, since you really don't know what your due date, your last menstrual period was, we're just going to go back from the date that you got married and then count out. For what? Oh, ma'am, you're pregnant. Baby, when I tell you, I said, ma'am, you lying. I said, I need another test. She said, no, our tests are pretty accurate. I said, no, I need another test. She said, ma'am, you pregnant. Baby, when I tell you, honey, y'all, that was me. On a stretcher, honey. Take me out. I looked at my friend. I was mad at her because you told me to come down here. She said, girl, you're pregnant. I said, what I'm going to do? And I'm acting like I'm underage, girl. You gonna raise it. She was like, you. I said, oh my God. The lady gave me the paper. I'm walking out like, I just don't believe I'm pregnant. I got home. I had told my husband I was going to get a pregnancy test. So I called him and said, I'm on my way home. And he was like, well, what happened? I said, I'll tell you when I get there. I walk in the door. He in the little vestibule area with the kids or whatever. I took that piece of paper and slammed it in his chest. I'm pregnant. He was for real. The kid's like, yay, go to your room. He was like, you ain't happy? For what? Babe, for what? Why would I be? Huh? Baby. Yeah, I was pregnant. I was shook, baby. I was shook. I was so upset. I had to deal with it. But I tell you what happened, you guys, and this is on a transparent part of it. Because I did not want to be pregnant, like I really didn't want to be pregnant or have another baby, because I'm building my career and it took me a while to get there. I did not connect with the baby. The baby was in me, but I did not connect with the baby. I did not sing to the baby. I didn't read books to the baby. I didn't talk to the baby. I didn't do all of those things. And when I went to the doctor, and you know how you can hear the heartbeat after, I don't know how long it takes to hear the heartbeat. And she was like, do you want to hear the heartbeat? And she's like super excited. And I knew I couldn't say no. I wanted to say, I don't want to hear nothing. I knew I couldn't say no because it would be too weird and I wouldn't be able to explain it and how I was feeling. And I didn't want them to think that I would do anything to me or myself or anything like that. And so I said, oh yeah. And she put it, the little was stethoscope in my ear. And I could have just got sick. I just was like, oh, okay. I just did not. And that last pregnancy was the hardest. So it was the one that I really didn't want. And it was the hardest one I ever had. I had morning sickness, you guys, for months. So much so that I had to drink this stuff from Walmart. I want to say it was called, I don't know what it was called, but it's for morning sickness or nausea, or for people that's like on boats and they get a little nauseous or something. I literally had that on me all the time in my car. I had one sitting in the little cup holder in my car. I had one in my purse. I had it in different places in the house, and I would just have to hit it. And I just didn't have morning sickness. I was sick all day. Sick all day through the pregnancy, just for months into the pregnancy. Finally, that subsided. Then after that, it was my back was hurting so bad. And then by the time it was time for me to deliver the baby, I had to get my labor induced because my protein or something was high and I'm seeing spots all over the place. Baby, that brother took me through it. And even after that, my recovery was hard. It was hard. I think it may have been my age, because when I had children younger, you got that resilience, you got that spring back. Your body, it still takes time to heal. But I was 19, 20, 25 having children. Now I'm over 30. I was like 33, something like that. And your body does not, I don't care how fit you are. I don't care how health conscious you are. Your body does not have that spring back at 33 like it does when you're 19 years old, honey. And it took a while. I think I even had like what they call back in the day, I don't know what they call it now, a setback, where I got sick over again because I thought I could get up and do everything I needed to do and recover. And it was not that. It was rough. It was rough. And it really took me months after the baby was born. So for those that ever suffered from postpartum, I definitely believe I suffered from that. I fed the baby, and notice I'm calling it the baby. I fed the baby. I, changed the baby pamper, made sure the baby was okay, but I did not bond with the baby. You guys, I guess it was postpartum. I could not bond with the baby. I couldn't bond with him. And my oldest daughter was super excited about a baby. And I pushed the baby kind of off on her. Don't judge me. I did. Because I could not connect with him. And I don't know how long that went on. Probably 4, 6 months. And then I kind of snapped out of it. And was like, okay, he's here. He's here. This is your baby. And so I began to take the baby back from my daughter. But even now, you guys, look how deep this is. Even now, he has such a connection with his older sister that we call her his second mom. That's how connected those two are, because she connected with him in his infant stage and I didn't. And I live with a little bit regret of them having, at first, I think when I realized that, I was a little jealous. But I had to realize, you did that. You didn't connect with the baby. You couldn't connect with them. And a baby is going to bond with, I guess, whoever's there. And he bonded more with his older sister. So they have a connection now that really doesn't bother me now. But in the beginning, it bothered me. It bothered me. But now me and him, we're cool now. Like, that's my baby. Well, he's 20 something years old now, but but it took some months. So was that postpartum? I think that was postpartum. I didn't harm the baby. I didn't think about doing anything to the baby, but I couldn't connect with that baby. I'll feed you, I'll pat you, I'll burp you, and just sit you down. And it wasn't like I just held the baby all the time. I didn't do all of those things like I did with my other babies, sniffing their necks and kissing their little booties and smelling their feet and all that stuff. I didn't do that with him. I didn't. So that's my story. I'm pregnant. But now I'm pregnant with possibilities, baby. Hallelujah. We'll save all that pregnancy for all y'all good young people out there with the childbearing uteruses. Not over here, baby. You guys, thanks for tuning in for Storytime. Sorry for the lateness of it, but guess what? It's going to be up. No more situations and complications. I told my son, you're going to buy me another tripod because you broke mine. So we got that ordered. That should be in on Sunday. And you guys, when you come back on Monday, I'm going to have that sucker extra high. It's going to be like this, y'all. Because I'm excited about getting a new one. You guys go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Click the bell for notifications. Give the video a thumbs up. Have an amazing New Year's. What are your goals? Did you write down any goals? Or, honey, we just happy to be in 2023, baby. Because look, I'm here. I'm here, y'all. That's all I'm saying for 2023. We're going to see what happened and see what it do, you guys. And we'll be back again on Monday. Bye.